So it's a passion project between all of us, me, Yomesh. Actually, let me give you a slight 60-second brief. During COVID, we started this whole development of the app. And what we realized, while we were all sitting at our homes, our companies had ERP software, but there was a separate software for the site management. There was separate software for sales management. There's a separate software for vendor management and various different softwares. And during COVID, interconnecting them was becoming difficult. And each team was working differently, and certain ERP softwares needed dedicated people to have data inputs. So we wanted a much more smoother for all our running projects. So we got this idea of building the Stallion, and we started running on our own projects first to see how it's working. And this app, it does not just have, of course, Risha will take it in detail, but it also got tenant management. It's got permission management. Now, these are the modules which are not there in any ERP software, where how tenant management can be done online, how permission management and how even various integration can be done in the permission management with the quantum of work being done on site. So I hand over to you, Rishabh. You can take it much more in detail and explain it to all of us.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Rishabh Pawar. Allow me to have a seat and take you through the walkthrough about the Stallion software, as I myself will be taking you through the interface and the UI about the software, please, right now. So we have been a part of this industry since a decade now, and being a developer, we have experienced a lot of challenges throughout the journey. From all the departments, that's whether from the site team for the latest drawings, budget, over budget, certification for the work orders, tracking of government compliances, or even approval from the boss's level. So to have a solution to all these problems, what we created is called a strong ecosystem called Stallion Buildtech. What Stallion does is, basically it's a plugin into your existing working environment and channelizes all your team members and your departments on one centralized platform. Basically, from the bosses to the security guy or the receiver will be connected along with your vendors, contractors, and consultants on one app to make a success to the project, which purely helps in maintaining transparency, eliminates dependency on each other. It's real-time progress tracking, basically a consolidated centralized platform for your documents and invoices, and also budgeting and finance on your fingertip. Unlike any ERP or CRM software, this Stallion Buildtech is accessible on Android, iOS, Mac OS, and Windows, not giving a chance for any team members to give an excuse to not to work while they are not at the workplace, but just to keep updated about 24/7 on the software, whichever mode of medium they choose to wish for. Basically, it's so simplified that even a person who uses WhatsApp can run this Stallion software without any training. Stallion is compiled with 15 core modules, and it's a one-stop solution for all your projects. Basically, it's packed with machine learning and artificial intelligence capabilities, and it's so intuitive that basically each and every module has a domino effect on other modules, making your job easy and seamlessly working on the system. So I'll quickly run you through the interface with each and modules, as I'm time constrained, so I have to quickly run you through each and every module with the USPs. Starting with RCC, all the slab-wise drawings have been listed here, where, for an example, if you have to look at the working drawing along with the latest drawings that's stored on the cloud, where all your team members can access it along with the revisions. Stallion also takes care of your daily progress report. So for an example, your site engineer at the end of the day wants to update about the pending and the accomplished works at the site. He can just raise a DPR, which shows that how many people were working at the site along with what all activities were done. Stallion also covers the order supplies related to slab-wise. That's your basic amenities and order supplies, RMC, steel, and cement, along with its variance and actual consumption. So basically, you can also have a look at the order history. I'm sure that even if you call right now to your accountant and ask for a second slab consumption, your RMC, I don't think so he'll be giving it to you before weekend. So Stallion basically also covers up your your schedules in terms of your estimation dates and your completion in real time, which showcases you that instead of 15 days, you're taking 65 days to complete a slab. So it's a kind of a motivation to your team members and also to you that you need to buck up and complete the casting of the slab on a dedicated schedule. Quickly moving forward to masonry, it's just as simple as the RCC, but with a different set of drawings like working window elevations. It also takes care of your block work, internal and external. I'll quickly move forward to then account management, which is a combination of your purchase order and work order. What Stallion is comprises of predefined assets. So I'm sure everyone might be very scared of using any complicated softwares because of the data entries you need to put it before running a software or a project on a live environment. But it's as simple as it is. I'll quickly run you through the purchase order and work order. For an example, a site engineer raises a request, a purchase order to a procurement guy. He receives a purchase order into a system where he verifies along with the quantities and the rates what he needs to purchase. He quickly sends it across to the bosses table in the assign section where your boss can actually see without any paper. It's a paperless system to make it more seamless. So what happens is at the boss's level, he can see the purchase order on his letterhead along with the terms and conditions. And the beauty of the software is that it's very tedious to keep a check on what's the last purchase order at what price. So for a boss, it's a beauty feature that where he can see that it's as per the last purchase order for this RMC grade, it's minus 3.85%, so he's saving money as per the last purchase order. And as soon as he signs a purchase order, the system AI automatically sends a purchase order in a PDF format to the vendor's registered email address and a WhatsApp message. The same process goes with the work order too. It's a 3-tier encrypted approval system, which eliminates your dependency and also manipulation regarding to your prices. So same with the work order as well. As it's raised for an RCC structure, you can see the payment-wise schedules along with its terms of conditions. And the same way the bosses can approve a sign digitally, which can be emailed and WhatsApp again. As we are into account management, not to forget that account management also takes care of your vendor ledgers about due and undue. So as soon as the goods are received at the site, automatically the same amount of invoices falls into due section, which helps you to basically have a 24/7 access to your ledger of vendors, where you can actually see how much money have you done, like how much business have you done with the specified vendor, how much is total paid till now, also in which mode of payment and what money has been paid, what's the balance due and what's overdue. But with systems AI, the beauty about it is that as per the due, whenever the credit cycle is completed with the vendor, it automatically falls down into overdue, and the system automatically sends an email to a accounts department in a tabular format, so that they don't have to basically keep a note of it manually or make a note in the system. System automatically sends an email and a notification to each and every department pertaining who has an access to this. Completing forward, we have a status of supply. It's minutely taken care in terms of your receiver at the site, just to not make any human error and keep it transparency between all the departments. Like it just have to select the grade and enter the quantity which he's supposed to receive according to the purchase order. He has to maintain the vehicle number, challan number, along with it's a first in first out raw material inventory management also, so that he doesn't have to take the hassle of writing it down in the book and then maintaining the first in first out. He can select a work order along with the contractor which he wish to basically allot the RMC to. What system does is it automatically generates a GRN along with intimation to the accounts team, where he can see which grade has been received, what time, along with which vehicle number and how much quantity has been received. System also sends a partially delivered notification and also a successfully delivered notification to make sure that every team member is intimated about the receiving at the site. Now this contracts, everyone runs away from the contracts because it's so tedious and chaotic. But with Stallion, it's so seamless that in the contract schedule, basically it consolidates all your contracts pertaining to your consultant and contractors in one place, which gives you a total figure of how much money has been involved in contracts to the project, how much work is done as per the certification by the site engineer at the site in real time, and also the total paid amount along with amount due. The beauty is that it shows you along with the cost to complete also as per the square feet, which is we incorporate while making a contract along with the price of it. As we have covered up quickly about the purchase order, account management and contracts, I'll quickly run you through the budget management. It's a one-time setup. It's a one-time setup and your whole project budget gets automated onto the Stallion software. The only thing, it's as simple as it is that as and when on daily basis when we receive a purchase order or a work order, the system artificial intelligence automatically depletes from the budget and it categorizes into different categories such as civil work, RCC, consultants, electrical, miscellaneous. So what system does is you just have to sit back, click on the budget, and every hour you can check, or every day it gives you a per foot glance which shows you that how much is the life per foot costing to your project, how much money is been paid, what's the cost to incur, and how much is total budget. We also have a sales management, which is a complete CRM system which starts from your lead management, that is pre, during and post sales. Many of them have already seen the demo, but this is a lot of enhancement which we have done currently. With starting with the leads, all your walk-ins can be recorded here along with their details about how many follow-ups they have done, whether he's coming for the first time or whether he's coming the 4 times, along with his what all updates he has done as per the visits. You can also track basically how many walk-ins have been converted into a successful leads and how many are still pending and cancelled. We also have a Book My Show kind of an available inventory where you can maintain all your slab-wise records related to your flats. The red ones are basically the sold ones and the green ones are the available. Even if you click on the red one, you will be able to see what details you have sold on to the client along with his other charges, which is payable. His documents are also viewable on the same system where it's a consolidated console to maintain all your registered agreements, PAAA consents, and all your custom charges. We have a cash flow analytics into the system to make your life easy in terms of what receivables and what invoices you need to generate and send it across. The system automatically has a domino effect. So for an example, in the RCC, if the slab is checked and completed, the same effect goes into the sales management with an automated demand note and invoice generation. And also it hits in the contracts to the contractor that the money is due to collected by the developer. So it's not a justification just to by portraying any figures here, but even if you have a doubt how this money has been received, you just click on it and you'll get to know that from which client you have received the money, along with its documents pertaining to all his documents like RERA allotment letter, custom charges, demand notes, and invoices. We have broker management also taken in consideration so that आजकल बहुत सारे brokership पे अपन बेचते हैं तो उनके भी payments ख्याल रखने में और उनके TDS, GST. So you basically get to know that which broker has sold to which client and what's his deliverable till now and how much is money paid and what not. Stallion also covers your accounting system in place where your backend team, your core accounting team can maintain all your invoices, GST payable dues, your TDS, and also amount on account to be maintained. The USP about the Stallion software is that we set a benchmark to basically sell a flat that we set a benchmark of 40 to 60,000 per square feet. But when you sell 42 flats, it's very inconvenient to make sure that what next target price is to be achieved. As you can see, as per the sold inventory and your rate per square feet, you also get to see that what's the next target price to achieve to make sure you are in profit or profit and loss. Apart from this core modules, we have a lot of different features like tenant management, as sir explained, which is the beauty of the transit and very simple as we have divided into transit and rental, which shows you that which tenant has been allocated which flat along with what proposed area. All his documents are in one place. Even his yearly rentals have been taken care in terms of our accounting system, whether it's receivable or giving. And you can at a glance can see that how many consents have been done and what are AAA registered PA documents. We also have in place, which is very in-depth and extensive, like raw material inventory management. We have finishing and BOQs, which in place where your interiors and your finishing items can be guesstimated and along with your real-time consumption and accounting. We have account reconciliation automatically done through the system. in place right now, under development is project management scheduling, dashboard along with the weekly digest, which will ease out your whole process about automating your conventional way of construction. Coming back, we have the critical and the most important part where Milind Changani sir and Yomesh sir has explained about how the government compliances work. But just like a common man and layman coming to the software, to maintain about your government compliances, it's so simple that Stallion is updated with all the current regulations with your 33.7, 33.9. And it is so simple that whichever project you intend to build, you just click on that particular category and it automatically bifurcates into IOD, CC and OC, which helps you to basically keep a track on all the government compliances you need to procure for your project. It also takes care of your expiry dates to keep a reminder for renewal of your government compliances, along with the remarks to basically intimate to your bosses or team members that what table it has reached and what's the latest update from the government entity. Also, there are different statuses which someone can mention, as if I change the status to in process, everyone gets notified along with the name of the color of the status gets changed. So it's a simplified government compliances what we have made to basically communicate seamlessly, and no person has to come back, scan a document or share on email or WhatsApp, and it stays forever till the project ends. So coming back, apart from this, I'll quickly run you through the project, like what we have in place right now. And I will take this opportunity to basically announce that next month we will be launching with our B2B marketplace called Builder. That's an e-cataloging system where we have tied up with 40,000 plus vendors pan-India basis. We have 25,000 active database users already using through our 3 verticals. Basically, that's the Real Link. That's the news app. We have Stallion as a construction management software, and the Builder app will be launched soon. So what Builder app does is basically, as the vendor logs in, he comes up with an e-cataloging system along with his best possible price. Stallion filters out as per the basis of location, credibility and price, and that's what we showcase to the developers when they purchase order, and we give a leverage to them basically to go into the market at free of cost instead of sitting in the office and depending on their purchase managers to choose a product. We provide a logistics support at free of cost for the first 6 months. Then we also provide a live tracking like how Zomato and Swiggy gives it to you, and basically a developer gets everything on their smartphone. He can sit on his chair and he can procure whichever building material he wants to from CP Sanitary, tiles, sand, RMC, cement, and he gets a competitive price rather than being dependent on a specified vendor which he's tending to. And these are the vendors like we have already been talking terms and tied up with majorly for 7 major categories which we'll be tying up with for the Builder app. And these are the 3 verticals. So our team is relentlessly working towards making a strong ecosystem for real estate industry and making it more futuristic with all the 3 verticals, from construction management software as being the Stallion, Real Link app and the Builder app for the marketplace. This is all I would like to sum up. Thank you so much for your time.